Okay, guys, how to make a money bowl. This is the way that I do it. You don't have to do it this way, but this is how I've always done it. So you're going to start with a piece of parchment paper. You're going to write your intention 3 times on it, and then you're going to fold that piece of parchment paper towards you because you're drawing in that energy. I'm just placing it off to the side here. Then you're going to light your incense or some form of smudge, sage, anything you need to clear the vessel. So your bowl, your cup, whatever you're putting your money bowl in. And you're just going to smudge that to clear out any old, negative, staggering, lingering energy that is holding on to that. I'm using a money incense that I got from Rabbit Stew in Boardman, Ohio. And then I always put down a base of salt. Some people do salt, some people do rice. It's totally up to you. Salt is protective. It also clears. So I'm starting as a base with clearing this, starting fresh for everything that I'm adding in intention-wise after this. Salt is also very protective. So then you're going to add your herbs. I chose echinacea root. Echinacea speeds up workings, draws money and prosperity. It adds strength to your workings or spells. And you can add whatever herbs you want. Just do your research on herbs that attract what your intention is. I have some basil I'm putting in there now. Basil draws in money and luck also. Then I have some fresh dill. I'm putting dill that I had grown in the garden this past year. Dill is a money drawing herb as well in success. And then if you want, you can add some oils. I'm usually always add rosemary oil. Rosemary removes any negative energy that's around that. So if you're wanting to attract more money, you want to remove any negative energy that you have around the idea of money drawing. So I always use rosemary for that. Ginger, ginger oil is power and success. You can use the herb. If you have ginger, you can just cut some sliced ginger in there or some ginger powder. And then I'm also putting in some chamomile oil. Chamomile is prosperity and success. You don't have to use oils. I just choose to. It smells really nice as well. I like to do a mix of oils and herbs when I do my money bowls. And then I have my Arcane Elements Bountiful Blessings ritual oil. I make this myself. I'm going to hold it here for a minute, put my intention in it, and put a couple drops of that in there. Also, side note, don't mind my giant ganglion cyst. I did not realize how massive that thing is until I see this on video. All right, so then we're going to move on to the bay leaves. I like to use whole bay leaves, and I like to write different intentions that I am attracting for my spell. So I'm writing money, obviously. You can write whatever you want, whatever you're wanting to attract, its intention. I think I write prosperity. I've written family in there before, love, whatever you want to add into that. You can do as many as you want. I usually just use a Sharpie. You can use any kind of writing utensil that you want to. I think I wrote health because that's a big focus for me this year. It's getting healthy. And having the financial freedom. All right, so once you get that done, then you're going to move on to your crystals. You, again, just like the herbs, do your research. I have some pyrite. And I'm going to put some citrine in. I did 6 because of 2026. That was just my preference. just placing them in there as I see fit. Then I have some green aventurine. And some jade. Then I always put in a clear quartz. Quartz is a battery and it intensifies any intention that you put in. And then I do a rainbow moonstone because of the feminine energy that I'm trying to bring and empowering myself this year with money and prosperity. Then I'm going to add your money. You can use any denominations. You can use foreign money. I throw a mix in, and then I don't think it matters as long as it, represents your intention. So I usually I have my Chinese money coin, which my camera sucks and won't focus on. I have ancestor money. I get this. You can get ancestor money at a lot of metaphysical stores or online metaphysical stores. I just fold a couple pieces up as a representation to, all aspects of prosperity with the ancestors, offering to them for their help with my prosperity and abundance. I always stick those in there. And then if you have any seals or sigils, you can add those in. I am putting in the seal of great prosperity that I have. I just sit it in there. And then I also have the talisman of honor and riches. I put that in there. You can do your own sigils. If you don't know how to do a sigil or make a sigil, I can do another video on that someday. So then you're going to take your parchment paper, you're going to lay it in the center. You're going to put your candle holder on top and your candle. I'm using a gold candle because I did not have a green candle. If you do not have either of those, you can always use a white candle. White is your representation of any color. It is your all-purpose replacement. And then I usually put a cinnamon stick in there because over the weeks, months, I like to light it as like an incense. Especially because cinnamon is a big herb for abundance and money draw. Sometimes I'll put ground cinnamon in it too. I didn't this time. Then you just light your candle and you let it burn all the way down. Keep an eye on it, of course, for fire safety. And then you just can refresh it throughout the week. Whenever you have loose change or anything like that, throw it in and keep the energy going.